What's up everyone? This is Super Reploid CLE. How are you guys doing on YouTube? Now, before getting started with this vlog, all I know so far is that people are going on about the E3 live on YouTube and the stuff about the games coming out, and a lot of people have really been going on about the Final Fantasy VII game that's coming out soon. I don't know which system it is, but I do know that on some of the Nintendo games like Star Fox and other stuff, I know they're coming out very soon. Now for me, when it comes to Final Fantasy, I'm kind of a fan of that game because one of my friends introduced me to it one time. I played the Super NES version. I played like Final Fantasy VI, and it's not that bad. With that being insinuated, I'm now going to move on to today's vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about contract versus prepaid phones. The first contract phone I had was a Nokia. That was like many years ago when I came back home from vacation and I was playing these games, right? I was having a little good time because it's my first cell phone. I see a lot of people use cell phones, and I know, well, ever since I was young, I was goofed off around with it. But to the important age right now, I realized that it's primary means of communication, important primary means of communication, and yeah, that's pretty much what cell phones are for. But there are other purposes, just as long as you don't overdo it. But that is depending on what plan you have when it comes to using contract phones. Now, when it comes to bills, it costs like hundreds of dollars. Now, back when I had a phone, I used to goof off around. I used to download tons of games because they're very fun to play with. I download games like Top Gun, Airstrike 1944, some Pac-Man, and other games too. I also got some ringtones as well, but they weren't all that great. The next one I had was the Samsung flip phone, and it was pretty legit than the Nokia, the first Nokia that I had one time, and it sounded a lot more high quality. It sounded like realistic tunes. For example, let's say you have a Star Wars game on the Samsung flip phone and you play it, right? It plays the music for real. But when it comes to using the Nokia phone, I forgot what model the Nokia that I used that time, but when it comes to that kind of phone, it just plays, it just beeps, like, you know, like beep, 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 beep. Yeah, that was my secondary phone. The third one was a second Nokia. I forgot what model that was, but that one's a flip phone this time, and it plays some of the things, but it still does the beep sounds like the first Nokia that I had one time, but that's off the menu for me right now. So my thing is this: when it comes to contract phones, it costs you a lot of money depending on what you do, whether it's playing video games or downloading them, whether it's getting music, whether it's downloading videos, blah 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 blah, and anything you do when it comes to using the contract plan, that's when they charge you for it. That's when the plan I was on was Singular. The plan that I went with was Singular. That was the place that AT&T had bought out, I think, as one told me. But that ended my so-called adventure of the contract series. So now we move on to prepaid. I went to prepaid. So the first phone I had for prepaid was a Samsung phone. It wasn't a flip top. It wasn't a touchscreen. It was just a basic phone, like any other phone. Probably like that first Nokia that I had many years ago, prior to the phone I'm talking to you guys about right now. So I would say, I got it like years ago. I would say it was kind of, I'll give it a 2/5 star, because it's not highly improved. It has good quality. It doesn't play any videos. It doesn't play any games. It doesn't play any. All it does is play music, and you can actually text on it and stuff. So that was my first prepaid phone. That's when I was in Track Phone though. That's the first prepaid company that I associated with ever since I was here like a few years ago. The next Track Phone that I had during my prepaid plan was a flip phone this time. It was an LG 420G, I think. It's a flip phone this time, and it has a lot of great sounds, and it plays games. It plays it doesn't play any videos, but it has games, music, and many other good stuff too. The next one I had during Track Phone was a touchscreen this time. This is a touchscreen phone from Track Phone, and this one's an LG A40G, and it's a lot more capable than the LG 420G because it can actually play videos as well. There are a few changes to it, and well, ever since I had that touchscreen phone, the LG A40G, I've been seeing some YouTube videos where they use some applications. That's on the Android though, or iPhone, and they use some high improved applications like voice intelligence, like Siri, for example, or Skype, blah 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 blah. So I was seeing it. I was very peculiar on this one. I was seeing if I could do it for the LG A40G, but unfortunately it didn't because it's not an Android for one thing, and I doubt it has And even though it's a touchscreen phone, I doubt it has the perfect capabilities of doing so. So that was why I switched to using the Android, which is the Samsung Galaxy President. But that phone's not even worth it anymore. It's not even working right now because it had a bad outage on the charging ports. The battery is bad. Each time I plug it in, and when it starts charging, it doesn't charge. So it's the port this time. It's not the cord. It doesn't have it sorted because I got a new cord for it to charge it. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened to the Samsung Galaxy President, which is why I'm no longer associating with that kind of phone anymore. So now the fifth one that I got so far when I was living here was the LG Optimus, as I showed you guys before one time. And yeah, I would say it's okay, but the only thing is that I was hoping that it'd do the same thing like the Samsung Galaxy President, but it didn't, which is why I'm calling it a temporary phone. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of like the LG A40G, but the only difference is that the buttons are different. It's kind of similar to the Samsung Galaxy S phone series. And whew, yeah, but it does a lot of good stuff, like because it's an Android, it does a lot of good stuff like the Samsung Galaxy President. Not that I'm surprised or anything, so that's why I'm planning on going for a different kind of phone very soon. Don't know when, but it'll come in due time. So now we come to this. Which is better, the contract or the prepaid? And my answer would be the prepaid, because when it comes to prepaid, all you do is pay as you go. And when it comes to refilling your service, you just refill it at any time. And you can still use Wi-Fi as well. But when it comes to contract, heck no, because they still charge you for whatever you do. Well, a lot of stuff are unlimited. They just charge you for it. See, I'm not into contract anymore, so that's why I'm sticking to prepaid, because prepaid is the best one for me. So for those who are using prepaid, surely you agree with me on this one, because it can be refilled at any time, I promise you, your service. And yeah, that's pretty much why I love prepaid so much. And the fact that they have Android phones for prepaid, like on Straight Talk. Now, I know I forgot to say that the phones that I had, the two Android phones I had were Straight Talk, but I know I forgot about that stuff. But the fact that they have iPhones and Android phones on Straight Talk, it's pretty legit. That's why I love Straight Talk so much. And I still love Track Phone as well. And I think they have one Android phone for Track Phone. I don't really know, but I'm sure they do. So with that being said, my vote for this one is prepaid, because it definitely beats contract. And I don't care what people say about it. Well guys, I think that concludes this vlog for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Be sure to check out my other vlogs, reviews and responses, and other contents I have on my YouTube channel. More videos to come soon. This is Silver Reploid CLE. And also, since I know how to record and play the games at the same time using the open broadcaster, if you guys want me to play a game, just comment in the comment section below and tell me what PC game that you want me to do a playthrough of or a gameplay of. It can be anything, as long as it's on PC. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoy watching. Be sure to check out my stuff on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and share. This is Silver Reploid CLE. See you guys in the next video.